cookies, Pav here, hanging out on my front steps in the dirty burg. I want you guys to notice that I am continuing, like all of us, to make efforts to follow quarantine, but I'm also taking care of myself by making sure I get a little bit of fresh air, I get outside when it's a nice day, and I hope that you guys are doing the same. Moving your bodies, getting your eyes off the screens now and again. Take care of yourselves. Self-care is so important, and we need you guys to be your best selves when we get back to school. Today I'm going to share a book talk with you. Another book that is going to be widely available for free online because it's a classic, and the name of the book is Tom Sawyer, and the author is Mark Twain. I love this book because to me it captures kind of like the essence of childhood. Tom Sawyer reminds me of a handful of you goons. The really smart kid who also has a penchant for getting into trouble, maybe is a little bit charming, maybe pushes the limits, and I can already think of you guys watching, naming names, or maybe recognizing yourself in this. You guys are probably familiar with one of the early scenes in the book where Tom is forced as a punishment to whitewash the fence by his Aunt Polly, catches him doing some mischief and says he has to paint the fence, but he really wants to go fishing. And so he comes up with this plan where all the other kids who go by on their way to have fun, he makes it seem like he loves painting the fence. And over time, those boys not only are painting the fence for him, but they're literally paying him like little prizes and trinkets so that they can have the privilege of doing so. And then he gets to go off and do his own thing. See what I'm talking about? Clever? Actually, my powerful pick out is a quote from that scene. "In order to make a boy or a man covet a thing, it is only necessary to make that thing difficult to attain." So covet means to desire or to want, and attain means to get. So in other words, what Mark Twain was saying is, in order to get people to want to do something, you just have to pull it out of their reach somehow, which, boy, that idea sounds familiar. I think some of us are feeling that way about going to school every day and getting up early every morning. When we had it, it was a drag, and now that we don't, we kind of are missing it, right? We're kind of desiring it. And I can't wait till the day that we get back and we can hang out together again. Okay, more on the book Tom Sawyer. One of his very famous friends is the title character of another book by Mark Twain, and that character is Huckleberry Finn. He's kind of like the wild kid without a whole lot of parental supervision. So Tom and Huckleberry and a few of their other friends go on these adventures where like they disappear for a few days. Everybody thinks they're dead. They allow everybody to think they're dead because they think it's kind of nice to hear how the people miss them. There's this whole love interest with this girl, Becky Thatcher, and Tom acts like a real noob basically, and like acts out and gets into fights and does all these things to try to impress her. Gosh, I am recognizing you kids more and more. Anyway, the language, again, like most of these books that are classics, might be a little bit difficult, but the way Mark Twain writes is so readable and so funny. Like, for those of you who like satire, or for those of you who like really have a sense of comedy, I think you will like this. It's kind of a laugh out loud book, and Tom is like, he's a kid, but he's like this charming little rascal character that I think many of you will enjoy. There's definitely some interesting elements of racism in the book. There is a character who's a Native American who features prominently. I won't say too much about it. Those of you who end up reading the book, I'd love for you to check back with me and let me know your thoughts on how he is portrayed in the book. But yeah, check out Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain, or read whatever it is you're reading. Let the class know. And be well. Take care, everybody. Bye.